guys, welcome back to Adventures Beyond Adversity. You know, with D23 coming up next week, we thought we'd talk a little bit about disability access and make some predictions on what we think they may come up with.
Yeah, so we have only been to one D23 Expo, and that was in 2019. We only went for one day, and this year we are going for all 3 days, and so we've had to really kind of look up the disability accessibility accommodations more this year just to figure out what was going on. Didn't really use them back then, but just we wanted to be prepared and wanted to share what we learned with all of you. So the first thing is that there is a disability accessibility desk between lobbies A and B. That's where you're going to go with all of your disability related questions. You're going to go and request your ASL and services, and also closed captioning services there. Hall D23 and Expo Live stage will have interpreting ASL and captioning services already. But for all the other ones, all the other stages and panels, you're going to want to go to that disability services desk and request it 2 hours before that panel that you need it for, to make sure that they have it available. And then also, I want to make sure that you guys know that you can bring your disability mobility devices, canes, walkers, wheelchairs, obviously, scooters. A big one that was a big question when I went was whether you can bring a cane chair, which is like a cane that has a folding chair. I ended up bringing one and it was perfectly fine. You can't bring anything that's considered just a chair, like an actual folding chair, inflatable chair, nothing like that though. But if you have any questions during the convention itself, go to that lobby and they will help you out. Also, there is no food allowed into the convention, and you have to bring empty water bottles and you can fill them there. But if you have a medical necessity, you can bring food. So if you can show that you have something like diabetes or something like that, you can bring food. Otherwise, no, you can't bring any food. So they also want, speaking of mobility, if you can transfer into a regular seat during the panels, they want you to transfer and leave the wheelchair spaces for people like Ben who cannot transfer into a seat. So they want you to kind of like be thoughtful that way. And
right.
Yeah, if you can, like I'm going to have to leave my scooter probably outside of whatever halls we get into. And yeah, so also if you need an assistive listening device like headphones or whatever, they have those available at the accessibility services desk as well to check out. You're going to want to probably do that probably same as the ASL interpreting services. I would say get there as early as possible to check it out for the day, and then return it at the end of the day. And if you have any difficulty waiting in lines, like for sensory processing reasons or mobility reasons, talk to the disability accessibility desk about what your needs are, and they will help you out. Also, they have break rooms, several break rooms at the convention center if you have anxiety like I do, or some sort of sensory processing issues where you need to take a break. There's 3 different places you can go. There's one in room 303D on the 3rd floor. There's one on the 3rd floor lobby, and then lobby of North Level 100.
Quiet areas.
Yeah, quiet areas where you can go to take a break.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think that kind of. Oh, also, service animals are allowed, but not emotional support animals. So if you have a service animal, it is allowed, but not an emotional support animal. And I think that kind of covers it. Like I said, if you have any other questions during the convention, you can go to the lobby A, B area and talk to the disability services desk.
So on to the fun stuff.
Yeah.
predictions.
Mm-hmm.
I'll start with Disneyland. Yeah, I've got notes. Carly's got some notes. And I almost hit you in the face. Tomorrowland was going to get a total redo. People Mover's not coming back. But with as much as I would love to see People Mover and have it accessible, it's not coming back. It's not cost effective.
No, especially with the conditions that their Disney Corporation is in right now. I agree with you. I don't think that they're going to spend the money to bring the People Mover back. I think that they'll do a refresh on Tomorrowland because it's kind of dated and it's other than Space Mountain.
Yeah,
it's just kind of nothing going on.
Yeah, so those buildings are so old, they're not up to code of 2022. So
I don't know about the buildings, but the track is definitely
the track's definitely not
a problem.
Yeah. I think we'll hear more about Splash Mountain.
Definitely. I think that they're going to kind of take the opportunity with the large audience to talk more about the ride and what it's going to look like. And I think that so it doesn't fit into Magic Kingdom like it does in Disneyland because we have New Orleans Square. And I think that they're going to announce that they're going to create a New Orleans Square. I feel like, they're going to kind of, however small it is, create somewhere to make it make sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I think there's that area over by the submarines, the old boat dock. I think they're going to do something with that area. And they'll talk about that. Mm-hmm. And Disney World. Want to talk about Disney World?
Well, I have one more for Disneyland while you're talking about Disneyland. The last one I had for Disneyland that you didn't touch on yet is I think, or I'm hoping that they talk about the Avengers Campus ride that was kind of ditched, the main e-ticket ride. I hope that they circle back to it because I don't think that Web Slingers is enough to keep people in Avengers Campus. It's like a one and done for me, at least. They need that e-ticket ride.
No, they do. They do. You're right.
But other than that, on to what I have for Disney World. These are hopes and dreams of mine. Hopes.
Mary Poppins?
Yeah, Mary Poppins is at the top of the list. They trotted out Dick Van Dyke and made it seem so exciting that the UK Pavilion was getting Mary Poppins. I'm hoping that they bring that back. What I think is more likely is that they're going to talk about a Coco re-theme of the Three Caballeros ride in the Mexico Pavilion. It's more cost effective than creating a whole new ride, so I think that that's going to be probably the big announcement for Epcot, like for the pavilions.
Yeah.
But I also think that they're going to finalize or bring us closer to the refresh of Spaceship Earth. I think they'll talk more about it that they touched on.
It needs a little updating from what I've seen.
Yeah.
I think we'll finally get a date for Tron.
Yeah, for
an opening date, and a reopening date for the train, which has been down for 5 years. Mm-hmm. Let's see the train come back. I think the train will come back before Tron does. Before Tron opens. Hopefully. Yeah.
Those are all the predictions that I have.
Oh, plus, Dinoland.
Oh, yeah.
Dinoland needs some help.
Yeah, we were talking about that because we've seen it in vlogs and stuff, and it seems kind of sad.
It's really sad.
The Indiana Jones stage show
needs to go.
Yeah.
It's just taking up space.
Mm-hmm. I think that's it.
Yeah.
So we hope that you found this helps you with your disability accessibility questions. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, please subscribe, and turn on notifications for more adventures. And remember,
adventure is out there.